A very good evening to all and a warm welcome to all the Maharashtra Pakshimitra members and the other bird lovers who are watching this webinar series. So before starting the webinar series, I would like to make an announcement and make on a call for all the viewers who are watching us on YouTube. The present webinar is now live streaming on the YouTube. Those who are not a live member of a Maharashtra Pakshimitra, they can get a membership by joining a Maharashtra Pakshimitra Sanghatan by completing a form, filling formalities for the completion of the to become a member of the Maharashtra Pakshimitra. You can visit on the Maharashtra Pakshimitra official websites. Then there is a step-by-step procedure has been mentioned to get a membership of the Maharashtra Pakshimitra. And if you are watching from YouTube, then do subscribe the channel so that you will get a notification of upcoming webinars and even other bird-related talks and discussion as well. Every year we are celebrating Maharashtra Pakshi Saptaha from 5th of November to 12th of November. 5th November is the birth day of the Maruti Chitampalli, while the 12th November is the birth anniversary of Dr. Salim Ali. So to celebrate this Pakshi Saptaha this year, we have been jointly organize a webinar series with Bombay Natural History Society. This webinar series is already going on from 6th of November and will be up to the 10th of November. From entire series, we will going to hear a talk bird related research, and we will discuss the bird topics, and we will get a chance to hear from the expert themselves from the Bombay Natural History Society. So today we have already gathered for this webinar, and I would like to welcome all the participants, all the members, today's speaker and the president of Maharashtra Pakshimitra. For today's webinar, we have a speaker, P. Sathiyaselvam, sir, from the Bombay Natural History Society. Sir, I welcome you. And before starting the webinar, I would like to request President Dr. Jayant Varatkar, sir, to please give an opening statement for this webinar series. Sir, please.
Thank you, madam. Good evening. On behalf of Maharashtra Pakshimitra and Bombay Natural History Society, first I welcome to all of you. I welcome to today's speaker, Dr. Sathiyaselvam, who is Deputy Director in Bombay Natural History Society, and he is going to talk on bird migration topic. I welcome. As you know, we are celebrating Pakshi Saptaha, and as a part of Pakshi Saptaha, we organize this webinar series in collaboration with Bombay Natural History Society. So I thank to Director BNHS, Mr. Kishorithe, and I request to Chetna Madam, please introduce our today's speaker, Dr. Sathiyaselvam. आवाज नहीं येता मॅडम तुमचा.
Okay. Is I'm audible, sir?
Yes, now audible.
Okay. Okay. Today we have an esteemed speaker from the Bombay Natural History Society. P. Sathiyaselvam, sir, is working as an deputy director at Bombay Natural History Society. He has been conducting lots of research on ecology, wetland ecology, and bird migration. He has been completed a major projects with governments and also working on the wetland ecology, bird migration, flyways action plans, and the wild bird diseases surveillances as well. He also work on the well shot conservation and the fishing conservation. Presently, he is working and the acting as an deputy director and head at a Bombay Natural History Society as for the wetland and flyways program. So, as his expertise in a flyways, today we are going to listen and we are going to research more about the flyways. What are the actually flyways? How the flyways works. His expertise will enhance our experience and knowledge as well. So, I heartily welcome you, sir, and I request you to please start with your webinar.
Okay, thank you, Chetanji, and thank you, Janji. And yeah, today my topic I will be talking about that birdwatchers' contribution to flyway conservation. Flyway, all scientists are studying that flyway. What is that things and what are the conservation needed uh, for birds and managing their bird habitats. Here, lot of bird watchers they are contributing for the conservation of both birds as well as the uh, their habitats. Now, the presentation. My presentation is dedicated to all the active bird watchers who contribute for the citizen science initiatives. So we'll see first. We are talking about the flyway. Before going into the concept, just I would like to remind you. मैं कहना चाहता हूँ आपको माइग्रेशन क्या होता है. सो आपको पता है मई टू जुलाई the birds will be in their breeding ground in the Siberia and Arctic region. उसके बाद अगस्त टू अक्टूबर all birds will be moving towards wintering destination. एंड आपको पता है नवंबर से फरवरी तक so all the birds they will reach their wintering destination. And same way, March to April, all the birds will return back to their breeding ground. This is the annual cycle, regular, and the movements are well designed and well determined and predictable. This is called bird migration. And what is a flyway? So just you see that we are using the highway to move from one location to other location. Like that, birds are also using some route from their breeding grounds to their wintering ground. In between, how we are stopping for our food, in between, the birds also stops while some places, that is called stopover sites, to refuel their energy and continue their migration. So उसको कहते हैं so stopover sites. तो entire route from its breeding ground to wintering ground, including stopover sites, all together collectively called as flyway. Okay, so now आपको ये कुछ सवाल आएगा कितना फ्लाईवेज है हमारा दुनिया में. देयर आर 9 फ्लाईवेज ग्लोबली. सो आपको और एक सवाल आएगा सर फ्लाईवेज सब बर्ड ऐसा ही करता है फॉलो करता है या डिफरेंट बर्ड्स डिफरेंट फ्लाईवे को फॉलो करता है. सी each and every species, migratory species, they follow their own flyway, but the flyway concept arises based on the movements of shorebirds. shorebirds, otherwise called birders, the smaller birds, which are a very good flyer, and they are connecting the world from Arctic to up to southern part of the globe. And based on their movement, there are 9 flyways have been recognized all over the world. See, this map shows all the 9 flyways and where India is. हम लोग कहाँ पर है? So we are in the Central Asian Flyway. सेंट्रल एशियन फ्लाईवे का अब देख लीजिएगा बाउंड्री कहाँ से शुरू होता है. सो बाउंड्री तो हमारा आर्टिक से शुरू होके हमारा मालदीव्स तक, इंडियन ओशन में मालदीव्स तक वो उसका विस्तीर्ण है. अब और एक सवाल आएगा, इसमें कितना देश है? सो कितना कंट्रीज इसमें आता है? देयर आर 30 कंट्रीज.
एक मिनिट सत्य जी.
ओके.
शीतल शीतल कोण आहे? स्क्रीन शेअर होत आहे, प्लीज क्लोज करा. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, you may continue.
ओके. सो ये सेंट्रल एशियन फ्लाईवे में 30 देश है. कि आप देख लीजिए ये लिस्ट ऑफ कंट्रीज फॉल्स इन द सेंट्रल एशियन फ्लाईवे. अभी देख लेंगे तो मोस्ट ऑफ द कंट्रीज आर डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज. सो डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज, डेवलपमेंट इज द प्रायोरिटी and environment is the second priority, so not a primary priority. And so a lot of issues are arising already existing in this flyway. First and foremost thing is habitat destruction, second is poaching, and third thing is water diversion for the developmental activities. And these are the like this there are many more threats are there. So इसके लिए एक प्लान चाहिए कंजर्वेशन के लिए, ये एंटायर फ्लाईवे. बिकॉज हम लोग का भी इंडिया में हम लोग कंजर्वेशन करते हैं, कंजर्वेशन एक्शन लेते हैं, प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं, फिर वो वापस जाते समय और किसी और कंट्री में कुछ शिकार होता है या उसका ये हैबिटेट ठीक नहीं है, मतलब वो लोग सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाएंगे. So that's why the entire flyway region, all the countries have to take a collective step to protect all the birds. And in 2005, all the 30 countries sat together and came up with a plan that is called the Central Asian Flyway Action Plan for conserving the migratory water birds and their flyways. वो पहले आया था वाटर बोर्ड को सुरक्षा के लिए. उसके बाद अभी लैंड बर्ड सुरक्षा के लिए अफ्रीकन यूरेशियन माइग्रेटरी लैंड बर्ड एक्शन प्लान, इन शॉर्ट AEMLAP, वो भी आ गई. उसके बाद इन 2016 onwards India signed on that Raptors MOU to conserve the raptors, and already we are a signatory of signatory to crane conservation. Crane MOU already was signed on that. So these are the international commitment. Okay. अब अभी सवाल आएगा, हम गवर्नमेंट अलग तरीके से कंजर्व कर सकते हैं या टेक्निकल पर्सन लाइक साइंटिस्ट को मदद कर सकते हैं, या इसके अलावा कौन कौन इसको मदद करते हैं और कर सकते हैं. So if see this, the bird watchers, so called that the citizens, so they are contributing a lot for the conservation of birds as well as their habitat. Now आपको ये का सवाल आएगा, सर हम लोग क्या करते हैं, बर्ड वॉचर लोग हम लोग क्या करते हैं, कैसे करते हैं? आप थोड़ा देख लीजिएगा. every bird watcher, most of the bird watchers, they are using the e-bird. Whatever they are observing, wherever they are going, they start recording the birds and uploading in the e-bird website, that means portal. Then all the data is stored, and ये डेटा किसके लिए यूज होता है आपको पता है? सी from this data, that means it shows that each species how it distributed within India and कितना संख्या में. So what is the number? How many numbers it occurs? So this information we can get it, and we can retrieve from the bird data. See, there are 30,000 plus bird watchers. Imagine that more than 30,000 bird watchers, they have contributed and they have been contributing their data to this web portal. And last 4 years, from 2016 to till date, that means 2023, the data was analyzed. The status of 942 species have been, recognized. And from this, if you see this, this is the overall status of summary of the result. कितना बर्ड स्पीसीज रैपिड डिक्लाइन, जल्द, दैट मीन्स रैपिड डिक्लाइन होता है और धीरे धीरे डिक्लाइन होता है. कौन सा स्पीसीज स्टेबल है, उसका संख्या नहीं बढ़ रहा है नहीं कम हो रहा है. और कौन सा चिड़िया का संख्या इंक्रीज हो रहा है. और रैपिड इंक्रीज कौन सा स्पीसीज का बहुत स्पीड में इंक्रीज हो रहा है. So this kind of analysis was done, and इसमें से हमको पता चला 178 स्पीसीज है जिसका संख्या बहुत कम हो रहा है. उसके लिए हम लोग को ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. उसके लिए हम लोग कुछ एक्शन लेने पड़ेगा उसका वो डिक्लाइन को रोकने के लिए और उसका हैबिटेट को बचाने के लिए. दिस इज द इंडिकेशन. So this is a contribution from the all bird watchers who are meticulously doing birding as well as contribute. That means entering their data in the bird website. See, here I would like to give some examples. This is the Indian people. What is the overall status in India? The people is rapidly increasing. आप देख लीजिएगा 2000 से now 2022 तक 150% increase is there हमारा देश में. So 150% increase is there in the Indian people, and it reflected in the state wise. So state wise how it is increasing, that data it contribute for the whole country also. And एक कबूतर है, so वो कॉमन पिजियन, इसका संख्या कैसा है. So this also rapidly increasing. Over 150% increase have been reported from 2011 to till date. And see that what are the iconic species. This tallest species in India, this Saurus crane, and how it is doing. Previously आप देख लीजिए इसका विस्तीर्ण था, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन था हमारा आंध्रा तक, आंध्रा से लेकर मध्य प्रदेश, महाराष्ट्र, and some part of Gujarat and Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. So it was that the distribution was very the range was very high. But now, because of so many reasons, the sankhya, that number is rapidly declining. It is predicted that more than 70% decline in the species. Like that migratory duck species, आप देख लीजिएगा कॉमन मर्गेंसर, नॉर्दर्न शवलर, गार्गनी. सो ऑल द डक स्पीसीज की संख्या बहुत कम हो रहा है. मोर देन 50% डिक्लाइन इज देयर. एंड दिस ऑल इंफॉर्मेशन अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, दिस इज that means bird watchers contribution. We are inferring this. हमको पता चल रहा है ये चिड़िया का संख्या, ये स्पीसीज का संख्या बहुत कम हो रहा है. इसके लिए हम लोग क्या करना है, इसलिए कम हो रहा है, उसको कारण क्या है, उसको एनालिसिस करना है, उसको हम लोग को आगे बढ़ाने के कंजर्वेशन एक्शन को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आप लोग को, दैट मीन्स बर्ड वॉचर का कंट्रीब्यूशन बहुत मदद करता है. लेकिन ऐसा वल्चर भी आप सभी को पता है, वो वल्चर क्रैश बोलता है, इसका पॉपुलेशन क्रैश बोलता है. इंडियन जिप्स वल्चर का पॉपुलेशन तो 99% कम हो गया है ऑलरेडी, कि आपको कंट्रीब्यूशन से भी पता चल रहा है ये वर्चर का संख्या बहुत बहुत कम हो गया है। अब देख
As sir,
लीजिए
can you
बस,
share presentation?
सॉरी,
Can you please share the presentation? We can't see a screen. We can see you, but not presentation.
Yes,
No, we
presentation
are able to see. We are able to see.
is visible.
Presentation is already going on. Has been already shared. The presentation is a pin. See the pin comment. Just you should scroll up.
Okay, we got.
Sir, please, you may continue, please.
ओके ओके। सो अब देख लीजिएगा ग्रासलैंड बर्ड आर बस्टर्ड एंड फ्लोरिकन्स, दिस पॉपुलेशन इज ऑल्सो, इट इज, वी कैन कॉल इट एज अ क्रैश, इस बहुत बहुत कम हो रहा है। So, ये भी आपको कंट्रीब्यूशन से, so बॉल वचर्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन से ये पता चल रहा है ये कौन सा चिड़िया का संख्या बहुत कम हो रहा है, रैपिडली कम हो रहा है। उसके लिए हम लोग क्या करना है, क्या एक्शन लेना है, इसको, इसके लिए आप लोग ये बोल वचर्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन, बोल वचर्स का ये दिस टाइप ऑफ कंट्रीब्यूशन मदद करता है। और लोकेशन वाइज या सिटी डेवलपमेंट और लोकेशन वाइज डेवलपमेंट करना चाहता है, सो उसके लिए हमको तो बेसलाइन चाहिए। बेसलाइन डेटा बोर्ड तो omni present है एवरीवेयर, इट प्ले ए क्रिटिकल रोल, क्रूशियल रोल इन डिसीजन मेकिंग। जो आप लोग कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं ये डेटा से हमको पता चल रहा है, सो कौन सा जगह में, फॉर एग्जांपल ये पाटना का डेटा है, पाटना में कितना माइग्रेटरी स्पीसीज है, कितना उसमें कितना थ्रेटन स्पीसीज है, कौन सा लोकेशन में बहुत दिखता है। सो ऑल काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन वी कैन गेट इट दिस काइंड ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म। इसमें से हमको पता चल रहा है कि कौन सा जगह पे हम लोग डेवलपमेंट कर सकते हैं और कौन सी जगह में डेवलपमेंट करने के टाइम में हमको बहुत ध्यान देना पड़ेगा। सो दैट काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन हम लोग को टू गेट दैट काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन हमको इस टाइप ऑफ डेटा चाहिए। ये कहाँ से आता है, हमारा सिटीजन साइंस, मतलब बोर्ड वचर से कितना डेटा आ रहा है उसमें से हमको ये पता चल रहा है। नेक्स्ट मेजर टॉपिक इज, आप लोगों को पता है दिस बर्ड माइग्रेशन। बर्ड तो हम लोग को फर्स्ट स्लाइड में देखा, जून जुलाई अगस्त महीना में वो लोग का उनका ब्रीडिंग ग्राउंड में रहते हैं। उसके बाद सितंबर अक्टूबर नवंबर महीना में दे आर कमिंग टू देयर विंटरिंग डेस्टिनेशंस एंड दिसंबर टू फरवरी दे आर स्टेइंग इन देयर विंटरिंग ग्राउंड एंड गोइंग बैक। हाउ, हमको कैसे पता चला, तो ये बर्ड कहाँ से कहाँ तक पहुँच रहा है, कहाँ से कहाँ तक जा रहा है। तो इसके लिए हम लोग बहुत टेक्निक यूज़ करते हैं। सिंपलेस्ट वन इज द बर्ड रिंगिंग, दैट इज बर्ड को पकड़ के उसको पैर में वो एक मेटल रिंग पहनाते हैं। सो वेन एवर द बर्ड इज कैप्चर्ड और फाउंड डेड और फाउंड फोटोग्राफ इन सम अदर लोकेशन, तो हमको पता चलेगा ये बर्ड अभी मुंबई में रिंग हुआ था कि कहाँ तक पहुँच गया। सो दैट काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन वी कैन गेट इट। से आप देख लीजिएगा ये मेटल रिंग है। उसके बाद अभी रिसेंट हम लोग कलर टैगिंग भी करते हैं, कलर मार्किंग भी करते हैं, मतलब कोई कलर कोड है उसको यूज़ करते हैं। हमारा साउथ इंडिया को कलर कोड सिस्टम है, ये एक वाइट प्लेन फ्लैग एंड एक और एक वाइट फ्लैग विथ रेड इंस्क्रिप्शन। सो नंबरिंग सिस्टम होगा, अल्फा न्यूमेरिक नंबरिंग सिस्टम होगा। साउथ इंडिया के लिए सिंगल ब्लैक फ्लैग है, उसमें वाइट कलर का इंस्क्रिप्शन होगा, अल्फा न्यूमेरिक इंस्क्रिप्शन होगा। हर एक कंट्री का अलग अलग सिस्टम होता है, अलग अलग कलर कोड भी होता है। सो दैट फॉर इंडिया वी आर यूजिंग ए 2 color system, and for this color system we are following the East Asian Australasian Flyway protocol। हर एक चीज़ के लिए तो प्रोटोकॉल रहता है। एंड इन इंडिया BNHS is the organization, it is in the global ringing scheme, and we are going to celebrate the centenary of the bird migration studies in India in 3 years time. So your contribution there, and in the BNHS website we are giving that a report a tagged bird. This is the thing, if you click on this This kind of two things you can see: one, download a form or download a app. Right now it is not working properly, so we are working on that. And that form बड़ बच्चा लोग डाउनलोड करता है, उसमें क्या क्या इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए था वो इसमें दिया है. So they are filling the form and they are sending back to our email bands@bnhs.org. So अभी तक देख लीजिए, more than 2,500 records have been shared by the bird watchers across the country. See, this is the left hand side, this is India map, which are the locations the bird watchers have sighted the birds and they have reported to BNHS. And this is the Maharashtra state, which are the locations the bird watchers have found the tagged or ringed birds and they have reported to BNHS. So far, within the, it was started in 2017, 17 to 23, there are more than 2,500 recent records. And some of the species previously in the bird ringing activities, the recovery means resetting rate was very less. But because of this bird watchers contribution, now we are getting amazing results. Some of the species, more than 80% of the resetting records are we are getting it. It's an amazing one. It's all because of the contribution of the bird watchers. ओके सर, इसमें से अब हमको क्या पता चल रहा है? अब देख लीजिएगा, इस वक्त आई एम शोइंग दी birds with banded birds, and this was a resetting. The person who reported this flamingo was reported by Jaimin, and this reddish tension was reported by Deepak Nalwade, and this parade geese was reported by Dr. Satyaprakash. So lot of people are contributing. Sometimes single person is sending weekly basis. They are sending more than 40, 50 resetting reports. It's amazing. So see this. So all are resetting reports sent by the bird watchers. Okay. So ये data से हमको क्या पता चल रहा है सर? See how the birds are moving from one location to other location, and one country to other country, and one from wintering ground to their breeding ground, how they are moving, and which are the area they are using for stopping over, and which are the wetland or habitats need to be protected and conserved. So this kind of information we are getting from this resetting data. देख लीजिएगा, ये नेक कॉलर रीसेटिंग है. So we are putting in bargaded geese and geese species, we are putting the neck collars. Neck collars, the next year, which are the location they have reported, how far they are going. From Mongolia, China, and western part of the China, they are coming to India. So these information we are getting it, and which are the location they are utilizing. That what we have to take for their conservation management of the particular site. For this actions, so this kind of information it is supporting. And apart from this site fidelity, whether the birds are coming to the particular area year after year, to understand also these kind of your observations, which are you are sending, that bird watchers are sending to us, this is very much helpful. See, this January, which the bird was ringed on January, then next year it was resetted in the same month. It shows that the particular month they are coming again and again, coming to this particular area. And another one more information we are getting, that they are different timing of the same day or during the same period, the migration period, they will be utilizing the different habitat in the landscape. That also, from your contribution, from this resetting data, we are asking that which particular time, what are the sites which are supporting for these birds, and how we have to protect the birds. So for example, in Mumbai, During the low tide time, all the birds are going to the Tane Creek area for the food and other things. When the high tide comes, they are coming to the TS Chanakya or DPS school, and this kind of places they are coming and they are staying. So we have to protect and conserve both the location, both foraging ground as well as the high tide roost or night roost areas. So these are the information is getting through these resettings. And next one is observations. And like eBird, this is also eBird data only. And you are observing regularly and you are updating these things. And see this, from this, we can understand their movements. See this is the month wise. June, July, where the birds are there, and August, where are the birds, and September, October, where are the birds. This is a rosy stalling. And which month? January and February, they are in India mostly. So how they are moving. So this also based on the observation by the bird watchers and the data uploaded by the bird watchers, we are understanding their movement patterns. And next one, these are the species, 20 species prioritized in the India's National Action Plan. India has come up with a national action plan. It was released in 2018, and it is a 5 years plan. 2023 December, this year it is going to be over, and already Government of India has started revising that one and revisiting that plan, and many more actions are being included based on the lessons learned from the previous India's National Action Plan. In the existing National Action Plan, there are 20 species have been prioritized for the Species Action Plan. And BNHS started this Indian skimmer monitoring and greater flamingo, that is, and the lesser flamingo, that flamingos synchronized count. And most of the bird watchers actively participated. See, this is the Indian skimmer. So from the 44 locations and 154 participants, so they reported that where that skimmers are present, because many people are searching, and but successfully successful sighting was from 44 locations from 9 states and both India and Bangladesh. So reported from this we could understand that what is the status of that individuals, how many individuals have been reported. So altogether 1609 individuals have been reported. See, global population, this estimated population is around 3000 only. This is an endangered species. So your contribution is हेल्पिंग, मदद करता है, कौन सा जगह में वो रहता है, कौन सा जगह में ब्रीड करता है, कौन सा महीना में वो लोग वहाँ पर आता है. So this kind of information we are getting from the birdwatchers contribution, and it is not only helpful for the local management, it is a regional management as well as the Indian national level management and overall Flyway level management, conservation actions. So what we have to do. So previous slide I showed that the birds are utilizing different locations and reaching their breeding ground, vice versa. From the breeding ground to wintering ground, they are utilizing different habitat and different location and reaching. If any of the area is deteriorated or their quality is going down, then the bird has to fly a long distance. Then if it flies a long distance, they will lose their energy, and the exhaustive stage, they will reach their other location. When it reaches exhaustive conditions, the microbes or disease causing agents existing in the environment, it will start affecting the animals. That's why in recent years, if you see this from 2015 to current year, so a lot of wild bird diseases are also reported from India. So that is one of the reasons that some of the many wetlands or many habitats are deteriorating. So this information that what bird watchers are giving, that is also supportive for this theory or this pack to find the pack. Apart from that, the bird watchers are contributing for synchronized flamingo count already we told, and we got that information from over 159 sites how they are distributing कितना संख्या में वो उस जगह पे वो मिलता है. So that information we would get it from the count, and already some many people have contributed for Baya Weaver count and sparrow count, and already people have been contributing for the backyard bird count. So these are the things to understand the overall status of the Indian birds or birds which are utilizing this flyway. And the next one is everybody knows international water bird census, and many of the bird watchers also participating in the census. This is the international water bird census, and there are globally 5 major regional schemes are there: Africa, Eurasia, and Asia Pacific, Caribbean, Neotropic, Central American region. So these are the different 5 major schemes regularly reporting to report the birds. So now we are taking care about that. We are concentrating on the Asian water bird census, and many of you are participating. Many of you are also contributing for this. It was started in 1987. अभी 27 कंट्रीज में ये चल रहा है वो टुगेदर इन द एशियन रीजन में. More than 4,000 wetlands are monitored through this, and India alone altogether from 87 to so far around 2,000 wetlands have been monitored, and regular monitoring is happening in around 420 wetlands. So we are getting the database through this bird watchers contribution. It is the largest citizen science program existing more than 60 years right now, and in the Asian region it is more than 30 years. And these data, what the citizen science or the bird watchers are contributing, this is useful for wetland conservation at local level. विच साइट, कौन सा साइट को हम लोग प्रोटेक्ट करना है, कौन सा स्टेटस उसको देना है, इम्पोर्टेंट बर्ड एरिया या सेंचुरी टैग उसको देना. सो वो प्लानिंग के लिए वो डेटा हमको मदद करता है. स्टेट लेवल पे ये हमारा स्टेट में कितना इम्पोर्टेंट बर्ड एरिया है या इम्पोर्टेंट लोकेशन है, उसको कंजर्व करना है या प्रोटेक्ट करना है या रिस्टोर करना है. और नेशनल लेवल में ओवरऑल इंडिया में कितना ऐसा वाला साइट है, उसके लिए क्या करना है, कौन सा हमारा नेशनल लेवल कौन सा एक्शन लेना है और पॉलिसी बनाना है, उसके लिए ये डेटा मदद करता है. फिर नेशनल का दौरान हमारा रीजनल वाइज हम लोग, मैंने बताया आपको वी आर इन दी सेंट्रल एशियन फ्लाईवे लेवल पे कौन सा इंटरनेशनल कन्वेंशन है. आपको पता है CMS कन्वेंशन ऑन माइग्रेटरी स्पीसीज. नेक्स्ट वन इज आईवा, अफ्रीकन यूरेशियन वाटर बर्ड अग्रीमेंट, और Western Hemisphere regional network. So this kind of regional wise strategies and planning वो बनाने के लिए आप लोगों का ये डेटा आप लोग कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, वो मदद करता है. उसके बाद ग्लोबल लेवल में आपको पता है रामसर साइट, हमारा इंडिया में 75 रामसर साइट सो फार डिक्लेयर्ड, और एक इसके अलावा ये CMS भी है ऑलरेडी. रीजनल लेवल पे भी काम करता है और ग्लोबल लेवल पे काम करता है. इसे UN बॉडी है. उसके बाद UN बॉडी में और एक है हमारा CBD, कन्वेंशन ऑन बायोलॉजिकल डाइवर्सिटी. उसके बाद CAFF, मैंने बताया CAF सेंट्रल एशियन फ्लाईवे, ये क्या है सर, और एक F जगह है CAFF. वो क्या होता है, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ आर्कटिक फ्लोरा एंड फौना. सर इसको हम लोग क्या करते हैं, सेंट्रल एशियन फ्लाईवे में हम लोग है, हम लोग को चिड़िया माइग्रेटरी बोर्ड आता है, लेकिन सेंट्रल कंजर्वेशन ऑफ आर्कटिक फ्लोरा एंड फाना के लिए हम लोग इधर कैसे हम लोग ये करते हैं. आपको सवाल आएगा, आप देख लीजिएगा हमको बर्ड कहाँ से आता है. आर्कटिक से बहुत चिड़िया हमको आता है. आर्कटिक प्रदेश में वो लोग 3 या 4 लेस देन 3 या 4 महीना रहता है, बाकी 8 महीना कहाँ पर रहता है, हमारा देश में रहता है. तो हमारा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो for their conservation and management, हमारा contribution is very much crucial. And to understand which are the habitat utilized by that Arctic birds, or the bird watchers' contribution is playing a great role. एडब्ल्यूसी रेट, अब एडब्ल्यूसी का आउटकम क्या क्या होता है आपको पता है? वो एस्टिमेट कौन सा जगह पे वो बर्ड पॉपुलेशन स्टेबल होता है या उसका संख्या कम होता है या संख्या बढ़ रहा है, उसको जानने के लिए वो हम लोग को एडब्ल्यूसी मदद करता है. फिर लिटिल नोन स्पीसीज आपको शोरबर्ड से या सम रेलेट स्पीसीज उसका स्टेटस क्या है वो जानने के लिए हमको ये मदद करता है. और नेटवर्क ऑफ साइट्स कहाँ से कहाँ तक वो बोर्ड पहुँच रहा है उसको आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए भी आपको ये एशियन वाटर बर्ड सेंसस काम को आता है. और लीगल स्टेटस मैंने बताया, नेशनल और इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे उसको लीगल स्टेटस देने के लिए भी वो ये डेटा मदद करता है. उसके बाद आपको पता है वो IUCN रेड लिस्ट, उसमें आता है लीस्ट कंसर्न और नियर थ्रेटन में 3 कैटेगरी आता है, वल्नरेबल, एंडेंजर एंड क्रिटिकल एंडेंजर, और अदर कैटेगरी आता है एक्सटिंक्ट. तो दिस आर दी थिंग्स. कैसे होता है, हमारा डेटा हम लोग मिल रहा है, हम लोग दे रहे हैं, वो डेटा से वो लोगों को ग्लोबल में एक वाटर बर्ड पॉपुलेशन एस्टिमेट रहता है. कैसे रीजनल लेवल पे हमारा कंट्रीब्यूशन है, वो बर्ड वॉचर का कंट्रीब्यूशन है, वो सब जोड़कर वो लोग ओवरऑल ये हमारा एशियन रीजन में कितना संख्या है दिस बर्ड पर्टिकुलर स्पीसीज वाइज वो एस्टिमेट है, उसके लिए भी ये मदद करता है. और ग्लोबल एवियन इन्फ्लुएंजा, आपको अभी कोरोना आने के बाद अभी हमारा ध्यान सब वर्ल्ड बर्ड में जाता है, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड बर्ड्स आर थॉट टू बी दैट वेक्टर फॉर मेनी ऑफ दी डिसीजेस. तो इसके लिए ध्यान दे रहा है. सो विच आर दी लोकेशंस दी बर्ड्स आर कॉन्ग्रीगेटिंग इन मोर इन नंबर, उसके लिए क्या अलग हम लोग को एक्टिव स्टेप लेना है, गवर्नमेंट को क्या लेना है. सो एवरीबडी, यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट दैट वन हेल्थ प्रोग्राम. It was launched 2 years back. It talks about health, human health, and domestic animal health, as well as wild animal health. This is altogether called as the One Health program. So we have to think about wild bird health also to protect them ourselves from any infection, zoonotic diseases. So उसके लिए भी हमारा ये कंट्रीब्यूशन, ये डेटा सिटीजन साइंस या बर्ड वॉचर से आ रहा है. वो ऐसा वाला हैबिटेट विच आर द इम्पोर्टेंट एरिया, विच आर द साइट्स विच सपोर्ट्स मोर बर्ड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग्स, ये मदद करता है. और ये डेटा विच आर कमिंग फ्रॉम दिस बर्ड वॉचर्स. सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट इंडियाज कमिटमेंट like Ramsar Convention, Convention on Migratory Species, Convention on Biological Diversity, and East Asian Australasian Flyway Partnership, and Central Asian Flyway Action Plan Initiative. So all international or biodiversity related convention का इंडिया का कमिटमेंट है. These are the years. 1982 India signed on that agreement, and 1983 is CMS, and 1994 is CBD. India is a signatory. So India has the roles and responsibilities to protect and conserve this bird and their biodiversity. इसके लिए हमारा बर्ड वॉचर का ये कंट्रीब्यूशन है, सो इज प्लेइंग ए ग्रेट रोल. देख लीजिएगा ये ग्लोबल वाटर बर्ड स्टेटस है, 1967 में शुरू हुआ है, फिर इट इज ग्रो and it reached peak in 1980s and 1990s, and now it shows that the water bird population is declining. This is indication. This is all based on this contribution from the citizen science or bird watchers data. And from this data, water bird census, we can understand this कौन सा जगह पे over 20,000 birds आता है, और कौन सा जगह से more than 1 lakh birds आता है. To for mapping, and which are the sites need to be protected, conserved, and if it is going deteriorated, restoration is need to be taken. To understand these things, our citizen science program is मदद करता है. और स्पीसीज कंजर्वेशन, हर स्पीसीज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन उसको अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए ये डेटा, ये सिटीजन साइंस डेटा या और बर्ड वॉचर कंट्रीब्यूशन इज वेरी मच यूजफुल. अब देख लीजिए दिस नॉर्दर्न पिंटेल मोर देन 1 लाख कौन सा लोकेशन में हमको मिलता है. हमारे ईस्ट कोस्ट में चिल्का में मिलता है, वेस्ट कोस्ट में गुजरात में मिलता है. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन टू अंडरस्टैंड हमको ये डेटा हमको मदद करता है. अब देख लीजिए, सो ऐसा सिटीजन साइंस और बर्ड वॉचर्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन से हमको पता चला 461 वाटर बर्ड स्पीसीज और community level changes. That means globally community level changes it is happening. It has happened. That kind of information we have got it. Now आप सोच लीजिए बर्ड वॉचर्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है. हम लोग नोइंगली अनोइंगली कुछ करते हैं, उसका वैल्यू कितना बड़ा होता है. एंड we can call the bird watchers as heroes for the avian conservation. With the words, thank you very much. Thank you for your patience and hearing. I'm happy to have questions from you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. If anyone has any queries or would like to ask, if you would like to ask any question to the sir, please unmute yourself. As the webinar is already finished within a time, actually before time, we have a 10 minutes for a discussion. So this now webinar is open for a discussion, please.
Yes, Rahul ji.
Hello, sir. It was really a nice presentation, very informative, I guess, in this series. One interesting map you have shown that 2,500 recent records of over 50 species, and there we got a very interesting sighting that because I am from Sholapur, and
Okay.
the two data points have collected, one from Hipparga Lake and one from Sholapur. Is it possible for you to share with us that which bird and its number that you have cited? Because we oftenly visit those places, and here onward we can also keep eyes on them.
Sure. So we are all together working for the conservation and management. Definitely you will write to us. आपको क्या information चाहिए, we'll be happy to provide this. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
हेलो सत्यसेलम जी, कैसे हैं आप?
हाँ जी, हम बहुत बढ़िया हूँ अनिल जी. आप कैसे हैं? बहुत दिन के बाद.
बढ़िया, मैं भी.
ओके.
हाँ, बहुत दिन के बाद हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. तो आपका आज का जो बहुत बढ़िया रहा, आपका जो सेशन है वेबिनार,
ओके.
सुन के अच्छा लगा और कुछ मेरे नॉलेज में और एक ये हो गया, इंक्रीज हो गया कुछ चीज़ के बारे में,
ओके.
माइग्रेशन के बारे में. और
तो
कंजर्वेशन का हमारा तो आपको पता ही है, हथनूर के बारे में काम चल रहा है. रामसर एज ए साइट डिक्लेयर या जो भी लीगल स्टेटस है गवर्नमेंट का मिले उसे. तो फॉर्चुनेटली वी हैव मीटिंग टुमारो विथ आवर जलगांव DCF विथ आवर चातक टीम. तो हम रामसर के बारे में क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, तो उसके बारे में प्रपोजल बनाने के लिए टुमारो मॉर्निंग हमारा एक मीटिंग है. हम लोग जा रहे हैं.
ओके.
तो क्या क्या उसमें डिस्कस करना, आप पर्सनली भी आपसे बात करूंगा.
ओके.
और मीटिंग होने के बाद या मीटिंग में आज आपकी कुछ हेल्प लगती है तो I
Sure,
can phone call you.
Sir, if
I
you
will.
have any question or queries about this present topic, you may please go ahead. We are already live on the YouTube.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
हाँ शिरीष जी आपसे सवाल है क्या कुछ? हेलो शिरीष?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
हाँ
Hello. Ha, sir.
हाँ बताइए
Sir, I have two questions.
हाँ
First is what kind of diseases spread by wild birds?
ओके.
And second one is, does there any evolutionary changes seen in migratory bird with respect to climatic changes?
See, these are two different questions, and one is disease. Of course, there are four major diseases have been already reported from India. That is, one is bird flu. Everybody aware of that thing. It is a zoonotic disease. It can be transmitted to a human being. And second one is this one. What is that? Avian cholera. Avian cholera. It is not a contagious, but still, it may cause the food poison. And avian botulism, again, it causes a food poison. It's not a serious thing, but it can transmit to the human being. And the other one is tug plague. Tug plague is not affecting the human being, but domestic poultry, it is affecting in large. So it leads to economic loss. Some are directly affecting our health, and some of them are affecting our economic. So in two way, these birds are thought to be a vector for this kind of diseases. And your what is your next question, Siriji?
Does there any evolutionary changes seen in migratory birds with respect to climatic change?
Uh, there are two assumptions. It's not directly proved, but it is assumption is there. Some of the species, because of the habitat loss, and due to that, climate changes, and they are taking a different route. Previously, they were doing, for example, a bird like great knot. Usually, it travels from their breeding ground to Australia, and now it is taking a turn, and it is coming to India. This it was not previously. It was vagrant. In 1980s and 1970s, if you see that record, it is shows that it is a vagrant species. Now it is regularly recurring in large numbers. So these are the changes are happening. I am telling the one examples. Like this, so many examples are there that we are working on these things, and even including that activities. That means migratory birds activities like molting. It is affecting. It is affecting means if it is a low rainfall, then they are not going for the regular molting. Molting means removal of flight feathers, and it should replenish their flight feathers regularly. Otherwise, they cannot fly a long distance, or they cannot get that buoyancy in the air. So that kind of changes are there. That kind of changes are there already established, but the climate change is long-term basis. We have to work it out. That much long data set we have to create. So we are trying our best. So we'll see that in future we can concretely we can tell that which are the things has happened.
Thank you, sir. Anil sir has raised the hand. Please, Anil sir, unmute yourself. Unmute
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, it is very good presentation. My question is from the eBird data analysis, has it been observed that any effect on the winter migratory or going back to the original country because of the ongoing war of about 18 months, Ukraine-Russia war?
See, not
So
in
the
our
birds coming
country.
from there or returning there.
See, in European region already they have established because of the Ukraine war. Some of the species they are redistributed in other locations, but that kind of observation is not in Indian scenario because this report gives up to 2022 the clear cut views, and this last 1 year it is the gap area is there, and in next analysis we will concentrate on that and we will look into it. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, I have one question. As we
Yeah.
can see, the Indian coastal has two major flyways, which are crossing the eastern coastal and the western coastal.
Right. So,
But sometimes the migratory species also observed in the central India also. So
mhm.
does we can say that the migratory or a migration flyways are expanding, or it just by chance we are sighting the shore some species from that flyways to the eastern Asian flyways or vice versa?
So in India, we are having a overlapping flyways in the eastern part of our
Yes.
country. We are having a East Asian Australasian flyway, and western part of our country we are having a West Asian and East African flyway. And birds, see different population within the species also there are different breeding population. They are going to different locations. For example, some birds are straightly going to the Bangladesh and returning back. So, and some species they are coming to India, and some species they are coming to India. The same species, different population, they are coming to India and take a rest, and they are further going to the African region. For example, the western part you can see this lesser sandflower, which is majorly found in India. India, one population. The other population it reaches the Africa. So different subspecies that otherwise they are called as subspecies. Subspecies variation they are replacing the different habitats. They are while going to their wintering ground they are following and they are overlapping with our flyways.
So is
They
it like a evolutionary trend for the differentiation of a habitat or adaptation to a newer habitat?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
If anyone has any difficulties or query, then please unmute yourself or we can proceed for the concluding session.
निखिल जी आपका क्वेश्चन क्या था निखिल जी
सर जो भी सीजनल वेरिएशन है लाइक रेनी सीजन ड्राई सीजन उसका चेंजेस महाराष्ट्र में आ रहा है हमारे लोकेशन भी आ रहा है पूरे देश में भी आ रहा है तो उसकी वजह से जो भी बर्ड्स का बिहेवियर और रिप्रोडक्शन साइकिल्स है उसमें कुछ ऑथेंटिक प्रूफ है सर कि देयर इज अ लार्ज चेंज सो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू ट्रेस दैट पर्टिकुलर लोकेशंस हमारे इधर एक औल आता है सर वो मंगोलिया से आता है हर साल वो विजिट करता है हमारे
ओके
घर के पेड़ पे अभी कुछ 2 साल से वो नहीं आ रहा है इसका मतलब वी आर आल्सो स्केर्ड कि वो मतलब उसने साइड चेंज किया लास्ट 7-8 ईयर से वो रेगुलरली आता है तो उसका सीजनल वेरिएशंस और बिहेवियरल पैटर्न का कुछ इम्पैक्ट होता है सर इसका
हो सकता है क्योंकि हमारा माइग्रेशन स्टडी से हमको पता चला certain species 2 years they are continuously coming to the one location, the third year they are going to other locations. For example, the birds which are coming to the Chilka in the east coast, and 2 years they are coming to utilizing that habitat, and third year they are going to the western part of our country, that means Karnataka. So it was proved through this tracking studies. So many, not only the bargadikis, many other species also taking like that. Diversion. That means 2 years they are replacing one area or one part of the country, and the other third year or fourth year they are replacing the different location. This is already established one, and there are a lot of reasons also there. Local climatic condition and local rainfall conditions, so and dryness, everything it play a role for their distribution.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And yes, I would like to acknowledge from the Maharashtra Pakshimitra today's speaker, Dr. Sathiyaselvam sir, to giving us and providing us information on flyways and how the citizen science, how the birders, eBird, by the using eBirding, how they are contributing to get a better data and a better study of the migratory species. So thank you for clearing our doubts and thank you very much for giving us such a nice and simplistic presentation to understand the flyways and the e-birders contribution. So I would like to acknowledge you, sir, from bottom of my heart for this wonderful presentation.
Okay.
I would like to also extend my acknowledge to the all members, live members, and those who are joined for this webinar from YouTube and Gmeet that for your attendance and thank you very much. I would also extend my acknowledge to Dr. Jayant Vadakar, sir, President Maharashtra Pakshimitra, for this such a nice collaboration with the Bombay Natural History Society for this Pakshi Saptah 2023. And from this note, I would like to take leave from you, and I really thank you for the webinar to Sathiyaselvam sir. And also, I announced that for today's webinar, we have having one more scientist from the Bombay Natural History Society, and he will going to talk on a bird migration. So stay tuned with us till tomorrow. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir.